February 14th, Valentine's Day, a day meant to symbolize love. But it was around this day in 1969 that L. Wayne Johnson arrived in Pleiku, Vietnam at the age of 18. Johnson was one of the over 2,700,000 U.S. soldiers sent to Vietnam.
I was sent over to Vietnam in 1969. I was in the Central Highlands, which is in Tu Quoc, about halfway up the country. Our divisional fire base was Camp Enari in Pleiku.
Johnson served in Delta Company in the 2nd 35th Infantry, 4th Infantry Division. The stories of the horror of the war proved to be true, as Johnson gave haunting recollections of his time at war.
I can give you almost dates, times, and places of major firefights we're involved in. They kind of stick with you forever. When I first got there, we were running an operation in the Chupong Mountains. The 24th NVA Regiment, which was the bad guys, they were up in there with their whole regiment, which was a huge force of men, probably 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 men. And our battalion was sent up there to get them out of the mountains and hopefully destroy all their supply links, etc., etc. So when I got to the LZ called Valentine, my first contact with my new company, there was about 102 guys in our company. By the 11th of March, they brought us back in, and out of the 102 guys, there was 61 of us left.
But even coming home from the war proved to be a difficult task.
I basically came back. We came back to Seattle. We came through Yokota, Japan, through Anchorage, Alaska, down to SeaTac in Seattle. And we walked in. I mean, we're just trying to get back home for 30 days leave. We haven't been home in a year. Haven't seen anybody or talked to anybody in a year. And I remember they were called Moonies, and you can look this up. They were some type of religious group that shaved their heads and wore white sheets and whatever, and they were very vulgar and very loud, spatting on you, For some reason, we got the thing of being dopers and baby killers. That was attached to us, that stigmatism.
Even though L. Wayne Johnson nears the 50th anniversary of his deployment in Vietnam next year, he still remembers those he served with and those who made the ultimate sacrifice for their country in Vietnam.
I have tried to live my life for those 16 guys who were killed in my company. They never got a chance to have a family, a mortgage, a job, or a career. So that's why I've been probably, from an EMT to a fireman to a commander of the Legion to a kids wrestling coach to a junior league baseball coach to a school board member to the mayor. I want to give back more and more that I can to my country and community. And a lot of it comes from those guys who didn't have a chance.